Hey everyone, so Monarch Historical Fencing posted a video a little while ago about das Gayßlen, things they like about it, things they don't like about it, ways of dealing with it, just overall general assessment. And I have some disagreements there, namely in the assumptions about the interpretation itself, because I have a different interpretation than most people do, and we're going to get into that. So first of all, what is das Gayßlen? Das Gayßlen is a technique that appears on a single page of one of Hans Talhoffer's treatises. On it are two figures. One of them has a figure with their left foot forward, hand pronated on a pommel. They are extended. Right arm is just kind of down. And it says next to it, das Gayßlen. The figure next to that person is in this kind of twisted up position in this kind of open hands slash left ox. And next to that says ein freies Ort, or a free point. What that means exactly is, it's a little bit debatable, not getting into that here. But that is das Gayßlen, that is where it comes from, that is what we're talking about here. So, there's an interpretation that most people have that I disagree with, and I'm going to show that one here. In this case, you're in a right side Vormtag, and there's a little bit of there's a kind of a small lunge, and you throw this wide sweeping strike from your right side, and if it hits, great, then you whacked him in the leg. If it misses, however, if they slip a leg or you strike short, then you're kind of stuck coming all the way up around, usually taking a passing step back, because due to the fact that you are traveling away from your body with this strike, you're really, really exposed the second you get past that silhouette. Really, really massive opportunity for Nachreißen there. Instead, here's what I do. I only ever throw it from the left shoulder, reason being that instead of coming from starting at my inside and going to my outside, I'm starting at my outside and going to my inside. What does this do? Well, we'll see in a second. So I'm also covering lots of ground this way. As the sword starts coming forward, I take a passing step, and there's my Gayßlen. If that hits, great. Here's the thing, I don't care if this hits, and I'll show you why. Let's say it's from further back. Again, maybe they slip the leg, maybe I just miscalculate my distance. Whatever the case, I don't hit. That's okay. Once it's there, if I pull back, hey, what do you know? My tip's forward. All this hand has to do is come up onto the sword, and if you take a look at me here, I am now figure number 2, ein freies Ort. And from that point, it's really easy to just kind of extend. The other key feature about this is that I'm starting to pull back before there's even contact. Right, if I'm over here, I don't want to just pull back right there, because that's going to completely remove the threat and probably send my cross guard into my face. If I start pulling back early over here, for one thing, that accelerates the tip, because when you reduce the length of this while keeping the same amount of kinetic energy, it travels faster. The only trick, the one thing to practice, is catching the sword as you pull it back. And of course, if it hits, great, pull back to there anyway. Whatever the case, everything about countering this suddenly now has to change, because your opponent doesn't have this lengthy opportunity with which to counter you. There is only a low attack that is followed up immediately by a high threat. So Hope you found this helpful. I hope you got something out of this, and try this out. Let me know how it goes. And if you got any other interpretations that are completely different from these two, let me know. I'd love to see them. Cheers.